up the vertical. Okay, vertical is up and running. Okay, cool. All right. So, these are our stats. What I did, which is one of the reasons why I want to do this little bit of practice, is I want to see if either A, I need, if, if I'm okay with bumping the 13 strength or the 30 strength, or if I should put my extra levels that I would get between uh whatever was before this. I'm trying to remember how I leveled up. Either way, like, do I need to, like, am I good with like this stats spread and like this is what I should kind of aim for by the time I'm around Ornstein and Smoke, or should I go a little bit more vitality and bump up the endurance so I can swing a bit more and dodge? So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. And I'm also. Is it? I already went too far. Ah, here it is. Because I don't feel like running through all that. Also, I'm not sure if it's gonna make a huge difference or not, but I think I want to do this fight without using the shield, because I don't feel like the shield necessarily helps me out a lot. I think I more so need to do this fight. Okay, how did that not hit? But I need to essentially just do this fight with just pure dodge. Like, obviously, I'm never going to be ready for every scenario. Like, okay, definitely did not think Smoke was going to catch me with that. Okay. I thought he was going to be locked in a little bit more towards, Okay, got really lucky there. Oh. Okay. Alright, just do a little top up. I think I was out of stamina because I was rapid pressing my dodge roll there. Ow. Alright, well, there's Ornstein down. Not bad. Now it's more about dealing with Smoke's, Okay, that was loud in my ears, but didn't seem like it should be all that loud in your guys'. Just let me know if that was a little too loud. I can adjust the sound a little bit. Where'd you go? Shouldn't have gone for the second swing, to be honest. I mean, honestly, dude, if you want to keep just doing that move, I'm here for it. Okay, cool. First try. So, what is it? I should probably write this down, but essentially 30 strength, 15 endurance, 26 vitality. Plenty. Absolutely plenty. Okay. I was not honestly expecting to get it that easy. But again, it's all based on like how aggressive they are and like how you can kind of get them like isolated to one another. All right. So, with that being said, I feel pretty good, especially if we can get the Black Knight sword. We can take care of Ornstein and Smough. Alright. Now we try runs. Yeah, okay, like literally 12 minutes in, and honestly you could call it 7 minutes in because of I always start stream with a 5 minute countdown. So literally just like quick little 7 minutes, at probably closer to 6 with having to set up the vertical stream. Make our way to Ornstein and Smough. Smack them around a bit. GG's. In all honesty, I could probably go a little less in strength, add in a bit to endurance just to give us that extra little bit of swing buffer. So I could probably swing twice more often and then still have that dodge in my back pocket to get out, which would probably just be good. Now, the interesting thing is essentially if going forward we what's the word I'm looking for? If we don't get the Black Knight sword and we end up getting the halberd, I'm gonna be actually. I'm trying to think how much strength did that need? Was it 28? I think it was something a little ridiculous because I think the Black Knight sword was only 20. I forgot about the bow and arrow, man. Alright, come here. Good work, buddy. I'm always worried that the heavy attack there won't do enough damage. I just realized that I forgot to equip this. Ow. I was not expecting the follow-up overhead swing. Love your effort, Coco. I appreciate that. I'm sure it'll take me many, many more attempts to actually get a full deathless run in, but I feel like we're learning every attempt. We're learning a little bit each time. Also, how's it going? How is your Monday? And is it Demozon? Demozon? Demoz? Just however you want to be referred to, just let me know. Also, shield back. Because honestly, the only reason why I pick up Pyromancer is purely because I like going for, I think it's what, the Chaos Fireball? I mean, I guess define more popular games, because I feel like the entire Dark Souls series is, rather popular. Then, I also play a lot of Pokemon, and I'm also currently working through Divinity Original Sin, which, again, rather popular. It might not be necessarily mainstream at this point because, how much older everything is, but I would argue that what I'm playing is popular. The burn damage, exactly. Exactly, actually, I did want to go up those stairs. But yeah, the first time I did a playthrough of... Actually, do I want to... Yeah, I think I do want to reset the bone, boys. The first time I played through this, I also went Pyromancer and fell in love with the Chaos Fireball or whatever. Also, I'm sitting here thinking that I might want to, because I haven't really tried to figure it out a decent enough route for it, but I think I do kind of want to go grab the Flame Grant Me Strength spell. I feel like grabbing that would make a lot of fights a little easier, to say the least. Because then I don't need to invest nearly as much into strength or anything like that. But we'll see how it goes. I also only vaguely remember where Flame Grant Me Strength is. Like, I can picture it, but I can't directly tell you, like, which side of... I want to say Blighttown, but that... Is that right? No, yeah, it's Blighttown. Which side of Blighttown is best to go through? I feel like the game Sons of the Forest is a very good game for you if you like survival. I've seen Sons of the Forest. It looks interesting enough. I feel like the first one was like seemed a little bit more, I guess, coherent from what I've seen people play. But a lot of the times when it comes to survival, I guess I normally don't go for more of a horror side of things personally. Not because, scary games don't mesh well with me because I get scared easily. It's more so like the exact opposite. More often than not, like, I don't feel like I have the right, like, big reactions that a lot of streamers, like, that are incredibly successful with horror games, like, they have. Like, I have two friends that are, I don't want to say big in the horror genre, but, they get decent views. I would imagine a lot of people, especially like indie horror games, for my one buddy Twinkles, like, it's like people will be like, oh yeah, no, I've seen his videos on TikTok and whatnot. Usually the chests are not that good unless, yeah. But when it comes to survival, I'm more of like give me like crazy automation and things like that. Like I know I really enjoy Satisfactory. I recently picked up Star Rupture, which I was in the playtest for, which I enjoyed it then, and it's currently in early access, and I'm excited to get back into it, and I'm hoping that, you know, with it not being the playtest, I'll, like, after I get back to right around where I was before, it'll open up even more and I'll have more to do, which already playing the first hour of the early access, there is already just a slight bit more content out the rip, which is, you know, really good. But I'm definitely excited to play more. I mean, zombie games are all right. I like when like my favorite like zombie game specifically is the Dead Rising series. Absolutely love those games. At one point I was trying to do a full run through of the first game without having to reload a save or anything like that, and that didn't necessarily go super well. But that's more so if I just didn't have the time to commit to like actually full on getting used to like where to go, what to do, what's the best option, and all that. Definitely feel like that's something I could probably get back into at some point, giving that an attempt. I've seen a little bit of Daisy, and again, generally interesting. But I feel like that's definitely one of those games where it's a little too like in depth of like all the crazy like different things that you can do and whatnot. But things kind of like I'm trying to think like Subnautica and Ark Survival. I feel like those survival games get a little bit too like into the whole idea of, hey, let's have like a million different systems to do XYZ. And I think, at least for me personally, like the games end up suffering because of it. But that's just more so me. I want something complicated enough that it interests me, but not so complicated that my brain just starts to fry. Yeah, it's realistic. Yeah, it's a little bit too much for me to go, yeah, no, this is enjoyable. Like I imagine the people who enjoy like playing DayZ and whatnot are the same people that like playing like the Fallout games on realistic mode. Which I mean, if people are built for that, go for it. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but that's a level of just complicated that I'm not here for. Okay, I think you're gonna start stabbing there. But yeah, I definitely games like that are definitely games where I would put them under. They're interesting and they're fun to watch, but they're not fun to play for me. Another good example is Dead by Daylight. Gotta go? All right, man. All good. I appreciate you stopping by at the very least and chatting up. You go take care of what you gotta go take care of. Purchase items. We want arrows. We want the cheapy arrows, and we want 100 of them. I don't. I should probably take the time to actually like kind of count out exactly how many I need in the run, so I can just like fully optimize this. But honestly, a hundred's perfectly fine. All right, sorry, buddy. Still up, huh? Okay. There we go. Yeah, give me all your stuff. There we go. Alright, then if I remember correctly, it's what, 1414 for... Ayo, Umber Glue. How's it going? How's your Monday? Also, when it came to Ornstein and Smo practice, when we started stream, I literally beat them on the first try, so I don't know how much practice you could say we got, or if you could say we technically need any more practice. I think it all honestly all comes up to RNG at this point on whether or not Ornstein and Smoke are hyper aggressive or not. Good, just did a pretty deep clean. Ooh, gotta love a good deep clean. Not necessarily fun to do, but when you're done with it, God, does it feel good. If Ornstein doesn't do what I want to get... Understandable. 100% understandable. I feel that within my soul. Like, you need Ornstein to, be a little bit more aggressive, and you need Smoke to, like, be, like, kind of just meandering around. But I think if I can, at the very least, get lucky enough that I do get the Black Knight sword, I think we can generally handle Ornstein and Smoke. Especially if I do take the time to, what's the word I'm looking for? I do take the time to go grab, Flame Grant Me Strength, because I did that fight at the beginning of stream without it, and I'm assuming if I end up getting it, I'm going to be looking pretty good. Alright, we'll go 14-14, and we'll put one into Vitality for now, just to give us that extra little bit of, I don't die. Power Within helped me a lot. New game +6. Got it. Maybe that's one thing. I'm not Flame Grant Me. Either way. I know which one I'm talking about. I just need to remember exactly where it is and then actually, go and find it. I was gonna say, I feel like you always activate. And then slight chance if he activates. I can't remember where it is. Like, I know it's in Blighttown. It's just, I can't remember which path is, like, one of the better ways to take to get to it. And that's my only problem. Like, I can picture the weird creature that it sits behind. Yeah, definitely let me know. Because I know it's in Blighttown. It's just like... And that's about, like, the extent of where I remember. Well, yeah, that thing. That monster. It's just all about remembering where the crap that is. Because once I can get that figured out, I think that'll be a useful thing to have. Do I necessarily think I'll need it? No. But would it be helpful to have? Yeah. Especially if I do want to try and... what's the one I'm looking for? If I do want to try and get my endurance up enough so that I can wear the Silver Knight armor and or the Black Iron armor. Because those are my general end goal armors. Because those are generally tanky enough, but also light enough. Where you get that, like, nice balance. Other than that, I think it's golden thread robes, golden robes. I can't remember the blue robes that you technically get from ceaseless. Like that, I know that one's also really good for how light it is. That guy went flying. All right, chat. You know how this goes. I want to say 50-50 shot on I'll get the backstab, but I feel like it's more like 70-30 on getting the backstab, and the 30 is me getting the backstab. So I feel like I hardly ever get the backstab. I don't know what it is about him where the backstab just never seems to actually land when he's just standing there. But this here is easy enough. Come back here, sir. Now, because I don't think I've ever taken the time to, like, fully read anything, it's like the Black Knights, are they just, like, Silver Knights that got, like, dirty-ass armor, or... Alright. Well, we're not getting our Black Knight sword, so... At the very least, we're taking the Uchi up to, what? Was it +4? Because if we happen to get lucky enough to get the halberd, we don't get enough stats to actually wield the halberd until, I want to say, about Sif. And I know I'm going to need at least a +4 on the Uchi for the Gargs. I already know that I can handle Sif with the Uchi. I can tell you that. I was about to say, how did that not hit? Come on, sir. And that's probably the last time we're going to touch the fireballs for a hot second. Yeah, okay. It's like, I don't think there was anything there. It's over here underneath these boxes. Alright, activate the dragon. Pick up some free souls.
The way I see is please. We are amidst the very business like you to standing of but if
Alright, we always talk to Solaris. It's because he's a homie, not because we're going to be doing summons. It's like, if I'm going to do a no death, I want to do it summonless. Free item, free item, free item. Eh. Not worth much. Alright. So if I remember correctly, I think our actual, like, PB for how far we've gotten without dying is the gargoyles. I think we literally made it to the gargoyles without dying. We died at the gargoyles because we just had a oddly aggressive gargoyle setup and it didn't work for us. Alright. 3 souls, that'll help us with a little bit of leveling. Come in. Okay, didn't want to do a jump attack, but that's fine, that works. I don't know what it is with the rats, but sometimes they're chill, sometimes they're assholes. Today they were chill. Alright, we leave the Black Knight up on top of this tower alone because I don't know what it is about him and his greatsword, but I can't get that fight down consistently. There's just something about it that does not work for me. Come in. You? Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, that last stab was personal. Alright, free spear. Alright. Ignore that guy. Ooh, free Titanite shard. That's good for us. Come on. Yeah, everybody just top up on their juice. That's fine. Okay. I don't know how I didn't, like, connect with, Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping he would take that last little bit of damage that he needed to take by falling down those extra set of stairs. That would have been great. Alright. We patiently wait. Perfect. Alright, God, actually trying to aim. Ooh, like actually dead on. Nice. Ooh. Go get it, boy. There you go. Good. Also, where did you come from? Did you come up from downstairs? Okay. I don't think I've ever had these guys come up from downstairs. Oh, slowly but surely. A lot. Okay, random death. I'll take it. Not gonna be mad about enemies randomly dying and I getting free souls. Definitely not gonna be mad about that. No, no, no. And then carefully across. Perfect. Hopefully I have as steady of a hand as that whenever we make it to Anne Orlando. Because on my way to Ornstein and Smoke, which I ran there off stream. Yeah, yeah, I was not very steady. I don't know if it's because I didn't have to worry about carrying or what. It's just, it didn't, it was not good. Good, he died quickly. Um, I feel like yeah, I shouldn't need decent rolls. I'd rather have the full blockage. Come in. Oh. Okay, cool. That I was gonna say that not killing him is some bull. I think the game gave me one there. Alright, top off, because I don't want any dumb deaths. But I'm gonna need you to stand still. Alright, lucky for me, his friends don't. Ooh, Titan shirt. Okay. Okay. Because I think there's at least one more. There you go. Good job. Can I shard? No, lame. Alright. I will say I don't normally come in here to try and fight each of these guys, but knowing that they'll drop me a Titanite shard. Okay, got lucky there. Eh, damn. Didn't get lucky enough to get another shard though. Though with doing that, I am gonna have a couple extra souls in my pocket because I normally don't fight all three of them. I only usually fight the one that will at least notice you while you're running around. Usually the second guy right there, usually he aggroes along with his buddy. Well, I'll take that as good luck. Alright. That takes care of that. Kill him. Lots of souls. Firekeeper soul. And a tiny journal. Lucky day for me. I'm pretty certain when we upgrade our flask, it automatically respawns everybody in, so we might as well rest so we can have the full 10. Not like we're going to be necessarily doing anything crazy. But, you know, probably just good to have. Alright. +1, baby! Do a little rest. Alright. Run up here. Run past Andre. Run past Titanite Demon, because there's no point in me fighting it. Yeah, it's worth 2,000, but the Uchigatana is just not going to do enough damage to it for me to risk the run on it specifically. Good stuff. Alright, also I think if we get the Black Knight Halberd, I will only worry about getting the Uchi up to 4. If we don't get it, I will worry about getting it as high as I possibly can. I feel like this is also a rather good bonfire to kindle, if you ask me. Alright, I'm not going to worry about leveling or anything like that. I want to save all my souls for bumping up my weapons. Don't look at me. I said don't look at me! Why would he look at me like that, chat? I asked him not to, and I think I did it rather nicely. God, I hate these plants. They're not even worth that much, which is annoying. Though they do seem to very frequently drop the different mosses, which is nice. I'll give them that. Alright, so we want to kill the crystal lizard down here, if we can. Which we should probably be able to do. There's definitely been times where I haven't been able to kill it, and I feel like that's just more so of it being an annoying lizard. And the fact that, you know, it's low on the ground, and this game is notoriously bad about hitting things on the ground. Okay. We're already looking pretty good, because I think that guarantees us a +2 for the Black Knight Halberd if we get it. Alright, the bow and arrow, which is really nice, which is one of the reasons why we don't bother buying a bow from what's his face? Hello, sir. Follow me if you please. And right about here is usually pretty good. I feel like right here is like that nice amount of like safe, workable area. Come at me. At worst, you give me some souls. At best, you give me your weapon. Oh. I did not have my shield up in time. My shield up in time. My shield up in time. Drink. That was close. That would not have been great for me. Yeah, the halberd, the Black Knight halberd man here, his attack pattern, fairly straightforward. Nothing too crazy. It's the greatsword that's scary. Like, I feel like he gets like an extra little bit of like lock on, and the fact that he just like completely burns through all of your block and stamina, it's a bad time. It's a bad time. There we go. Oh. There we go. Alright. You give me anything? We got the halberd. Okay. Now, the only major problem with the halberd is I'm not hyper confident with it because I've never really used it. So, this will be interesting. Alright, let's see. First things first, Grass Crest Shield, best shield. Black Knight Halberd, 32 strength. So that's even higher than what I specifically had at Ornstein and Smogue. So I would... Alright, so... Alright, this is what I'm thinking. We'll take our levels. And... I don't think I want to fight Havel just yet. Actually, I might. We might have to take that chance. Actually, you know what? Let's go back. Let's get like leveled up a bit. Then we can go fight Havel real quick. Get his ring. Make sure we're sitting pretty. I might even take the time to run back and go grab the blue. What's blue starstone? Blue stone star. The one that gives you more defense when your health is low. Because I always forget to grab that after killing the first Black Knight. Always forget to grab it. Because that ring could very well help us. But I want to get the Uchi up to +4. I want to upgrade the Black Knight Halberd as much as I can. And then whatever we have left over, I want to level up. I want to at least get Dex up to 18. Because that's the bare minimum you need for whatchamacallit, for the halberd. I don't think I want to invest into strength just yet. So I want to get some health going. Alright, let's see. Reinforced weapon. Uchi katana. Alright, I need a Titanite shard, so purchase item. I'm going to buy 3. Because like I said, I want to get this to +4. Yeah, I'm not worried about +5. I can tell you that right now. We'll spend... Ooh, we can get +3. Okay. Alright, so that's already bumping at a +3. So when we get that active, that's going to be kind of nuts. That being said, that also took literally all of our souls to essentially do. Do we even have enough to level up at all? We do. Alright. Okay, enough to get us to 18 dex. Not mad about it. Definitely would have liked some health in there, but, you know, what are you going to do? Should I have probably waited to upgrade the halberd and use that extra 8k to level? Yeah, probably, but, you know, we got to see what works. We got to see what don't work. Because now if I really wanted to, I could theoretically just go grind out levels. Oh, that's so much better. Putting that to a +4 is just the right call, if you ask me. But we could go grind out some levels, which, you know, would generally suck. But we could technically go grind out levels, get the Black Knight halberd online. But this is what I'm generally thinking. If I can get at least like a couple levels into Vigor before we deal with the gargoyles, I'm going to be happy. If we can't, then I guess we go into the gargs, just hope that, you know, they're not crazy aggressive and we can handle them, and then use whatever souls they give us plus the 2k what's his face gives us after we ring the bell tower. It's like maybe that'll put us somewhere nice. I should probably grab this afterwards, but nah, we'll be fine. They'll stop following us eventually, right? I can't imagine they would want to follow us all the way here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. I feel like he did a very off, like I was rotating around him. He's looking the other way, and then he like snapped. Well, there goes that plan. Send it back. I don't know what it is about his fight. It's either A, it's like a very straightforward, simple, you can rotate around him, no problem, or he does crap like that. All right, so I think what the main thing we learned there is we can worry about upgrading the halberd once we have the stats to actually put it online. We should have used the 6K? Yeah, the 6K. I think I said 8K earlier by mistake. But the 6K to bump into Vigor. Not that that would have necessarily helped us, but still. I feel like he still would have like one-shot pancaked us, which I almost feel like he shouldn't have. But I don't fully know how blocking works if your stamina is also not like the full thing, because we definitely like earlier what's the word I'm looking for, like blocked a full hit and still had a little bit left over. And I think when he hit me that last time and did all of my health, didn't have like, I'm assuming I didn't have enough stamina left, and that's why that happened. It's just, you would think that like the amount of damage would have been like, okay, you took out this much, you blocked this much damage with your stamina with the blocking, and then the rest would be damage. And I can't imagine that he's hitting so hard that he can actually wipe out your stamina and health with one swing. Alright, remember to put it on the flame this time. Really hate the kicking mechanic in this game. It is so annoying. There we go. Ooh. Free Titan? Okay, starting off early with the Titanite shard. Not bad. I will say it also didn't help having to buy as many Titanite shards as I did. Because that was, what, another 2,400 that I probably could have just put towards, yeah. As soon as I hit the fire, I was like, this is the bad time for fire. Not gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna go into a second swing that quickly. But that's okay. In all honesty, I feel like I'd probably prefer either, like, Obviously, Black Knight Sword's like the main thing that I want. That's one thing I'm super comfortable with, and I'm fairly comfortable with the Uchi. I feel like maybe I should give up on the halberd, especially with how long it takes to get online. Like, it might just be a good idea for me to say, forget the Black Knight halberd. If we get it, we get it. But I guess we can cross that bridge if we happen to get it again. Oh, that one was rolling after me. They're after my giblets. Hmm. For the most part, I feel like I have that little bit of section down. It's just, it can go very wrong very quickly. You hit the geometry weird. They happen to be slightly more on it than usual. It becomes a whole lot. Oh, nuts. I don't think I have it in me to actually beat this guy. Okay, if he just keeps doing that, we'll be fine, chat. We'll be fine. And then we'll be slightly ahead on souls. Okay, I think he has one move and he's just going for it every time. I'm fine with this. Okay, he has another move. Wow, really? Only 50? That's annoying. Only 50 for that. Honestly, ridiculous. Ugh. In all honesty, I should probably just grab the Homeward Bones because I'm never going to use the Talisman. I'm never going to use the Morning Star. And I'm never going to use the Cracked Red-Eyed Orbs. The Lloyd's Talismans could probably be at least semi-useful. I don't think there's any mimics that are specifically out there that we like need to open up. Or there are any mimics that are out there that are, you know, mandatory, I guess would be the right word. No? Oh yeah, I don't think we ever grabbed the... Okay, can't jump up that ledge. Got it. Okay, I'll use the stairs. Fine, game. Because I don't think we ever grabbed the fire bombs, did we? No, we did not. Because I know I'm going to need like a million bajillion of them. Because your boy does not know the Bed of Chaos skip. And I would like to try and figure that out. And if we got to do it live, we'll do it live. Not gonna lie, I feel like I should have backstabbed them both. Good stuff. Right. Top off just in case. Ooh. Alright, not gonna lie, chat. You have a little bit of a headache coming on. So, depending on how it progresses, and depending on how far we possibly get, this might be an early night. This might be an early night. But I'm glad I actually have been able to sit down and actually play some Dark Souls finally, because I feel like it's been the last like 3 weeks that I had to cancel for one reason or another. I definitely feel like so long as we can keep doing this at least semi-frequently, I'll eventually get it down and be able to get the no death in. In all honesty, like if I was, you know, a smart person and I didn't want to strictly focus on making sure that I do a variety of things, I would literally just excuse me, do this for the 4 days that I have set myself to stream. Alright. Schmack your hands, schmack your hands. I don't know if can those guys drop anything? I don't know if I've ever seen them actually drop anything before. Ooh, maybe what I should do is, instead of immediately kindling the actually, ooh. Forgot that I didn't activate you. I can't remember. Is it just having humanity that increases your drop rate of things, or is it having to be unhallowed and then humanity that increases the drop rates? Because I mean, at the very least, like if I want a better chance at getting the Black Knight's sword, I want as much humanity going in as possible, right? Okay, actually, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Don't mind me. I want to see. All right. Does humanity affect item discovery DS1? Yes, having humanity significantly boosts your thing. Holding one humanity, the counter on the top left is like screen grants plus 50 item discovery. Every additional point yields a smaller increase, capping at a boost of 110 humanity. Soft, hard, hollow. Being human form is not required for the drop rate bonus. Your item discovery increases as long as the counter in the corner is greater than 0. Got it. Okay. So we won't unhollow until afterwards, because again, the goal, the plan, the hope is to get the Black Knight sword. So we will do what we can to give us the best chance of that. Because oddly enough, we've gotten the Black Knight halberd more than we've gotten the Black Knight sword, and as far as I've always heard, it's the Black Knight halberd that's less likely to drop.
Well, I trade.
Alright, purchase.
Thank you kindly. Gone mad, have you? I'll teach you, you lousy rat. Yulia! Yulia! Why me, little?
Alright. Get through here. 1414. Alright. Let's hopefully go get our Black Knight sword. Alright, 7. We're almost at the cap of item discovery based off of what I read. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Okay. Come in, sir. Alright. Alright, plenty of black fire bombs. At bare minimum, if we can hit our shot, we should at least be a little bit better off against the gargoyles. Because I think one black fire bomb, if I remember correctly, takes out a fair chunk of the first gargoyle. That then generally allows you to smack him down pretty quickly, so that way you don't have to worry nearly as much about dealing with two gargs at once. Pine resin, which I don't know if we'll ever actually use. I mean, maybe? I don't know the bosses well enough or their weaknesses to be like, oh yeah, you know what's going to be really good? Electric. Like, obviously, I'm assuming every dragon that's in this game is pretty much the same general deal of... It's like, all dragons are weak to electric. Okay, not where I wanted to dodge, but that's fine. Okay, now you guys are just being dicks. Okay, I was going for a plunge attack, but you know what? Yeah, I was going for a plunge attack and I got a backstab. Yeah. I don't know why my brain somehow started thinking backwards there. Alright, not necessarily great, but I shouldn't need 4 Estus Flasks to take on the Black Knight here. Alright, chat, let's try and remember to grab the ring afterwards. I don't know what it is about that backstab. It's just, it does not like me. Alright, I feel safe enough to take a drink just in case. Sometimes he comes in really hot, and sometimes he takes the sweet time like he just did. I just don't understand sometimes. You sit down, sir. I'm just straight up bullying this guy at this point. Game hates us, chat. Game hates us. Two Twinks and a Titanite. I'll take a Titanite shard. Hey, buddy. You can take my roll. Okay. Okay, I don't feel like that should hit me. Okay, I don't feel like that should have hit. No. I call shenanigans on that. He jumped away in time. That'll do. That'll do. Alright. Reactivate the dragon.
The way I know is we are the collective is like you to stand a cooper up here.
Items that are just too far up. Probably wouldn't give me anything good anyways. Alright. Well, seeing as how we are here, and we already know for a fact we are not going to be using the Black Knight sword. I think the next best course of action is some dex and some vitality. We reverse our hollowing. We do a little kindle. Alright. We should hit a little bit harder now. We should survive a little bit more. Okay, so getting up to 18 dex one-shots the rat with one strong attack, so that's good. Okay, now you're just being rude. Come here. Alright, already going slightly smoother than last time, so that's good. Okay, well that's bad. Yeah, I have no idea why my character decided, you know what, I'm gonna walk forward here. Okay, I'm a little sad that it didn't give me the backstab there. You're not gonna let me do the cheese with the luring skulls? I'll do the cheese there. Same difference. Alright, though things went sideways there, I think we recovered decently well. Okay. Alright, I was gonna say, anybody else? Yeah, I was gonna say, last time we came through here, everybody came out to see me. Okay, that was me, not you guys, don't worry. Just Razor trying to be like, hey, here's a thing, and I'm like, I don't care, Razor. Alright, can we get a nice, smooth fight with this guy like we did last time? Alright, starting off good. Nice. Another Titanite shard. I'm not mad about it. That puts us at what, 3? Like, just slightly ran out of whatchamacallit, stamina there. No drinking juice for you. Only I drink juice. And sometimes these little guys, I allowed them to drink juice. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's pop another humanity. So that way we have a slightly higher drop rate, so that way we can possibly get a couple more shards. Ooh, wow, one backstab practically kills. Hey, what about you? You got a Titanite chart for me? Huh. You do. Good. Interesting. The guys with the big shields have less HP. Huh. Huh. Go figure. Okay, seriously, why did I kick like 3 times in a row? There we go. And a Titanite shard. Alright, we're looking pretty good on Titanite shards right now. Most certainly not going to complain about that. I will say that right now. Also, I'm just now remembering, we did not pick up the ring after the Black Knight. Like I know it's not necessarily going to make or break a run, but like it'd be nice to have at least for a little bit. Also, don't know when we got there, but we're up to 18 humanity, so that's kind of cool. Alright, nice and reinforced. Ooh, actually thinking about it. On the way down, I might as well reinforce the katana to as high as I can. Mostly because, one, it's just going to help us take care of the rest of the stuff. And two, even if we get the halberd, it's not like we're going to be using it anytime soon, so I might as well do whatever investing I can into getting the Uchi up sooner rather than later, so then I don't have to backtrack to go take on Havel. Honestly, it might also be a little silly, but I think it might actually be worth it, especially knowing that they have a chance to drop Titanite shards, and it might actually save us 800 souls per drop. I think I might actually go fight the fight these knights up here. Mostly because I can at least get these guys one-on-one. Because if I go the other direction, they all aggro at the same time, which is annoying. No drop. Sad. Alright. I don't know if he'll follow me, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, I'm not too worried about that guy down there, so... And at worst, this is an extra couple handful of souls. Not necessarily horrible fights. Little shield, minorly annoying. Because he has the whole rapier parry stance. Not today, bucko. And what about you? Can you at least give me a Titanite shard? I'd really appreciate it. I don't feel like I'm asking for much. Just a little titanite shard. Okay, that's at least one more. That's it. That right there gives us 800. Whatchamacallit. Alright, so get the Uchi up to +4, provided we can, which I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Seeing as I don't care necessarily about getting the halberd drop, I will kindle this just so I don't have to worry about it. Extra 400, not bad. Oh shit, look at us. Alright. If... I'll hold on to this 5k for now. But being at a +4 is rather nice. If we get the halberd, we'll stick with the +4 just to save on resources. If we don't, we go all in. We get the Uchi up to as high as we possibly can, so that way we're smacking them gargoyles as hard as humanly possible. As hollowly possible? I mean, I guess we did get our humanity back, so I guess we are technically human again? I don't know. Either way, we're gonna smack them hard. Especially so long as we can get the little lizard here. Alright, 2 more twinks and another chunk. Because doesn't it go, like, is it after 5? After, like, +5, then it goes into chunks instead of the shards? Because if that's the case, we already got 2. So maybe we can even get up to +6. Unless it's, like, single chunks, then we can possibly get up to +7. But I would imagine it takes 2, right? Come at me. Ooh, 158 on that backstab. Yeah, putting this up to a +4 and already being at 18 dex, just, that feels right. That makes this fight right here just so much ridiculously easier. Like, seriously, just straight up trivialized. Okay, we are dumping everything into this Uchi. But yeah, like, plan A is technically the Dark Knight Sword, or the Black Knight Sword. Plan B is the Uchi. Plan C is the Halberd. And then there's no plans after that. Alright, I do want to get Havel's Ring. Getting Havel's Ring will be really useful. Hopefully he doesn't just absolutely murder us this time around. If he does, I'll come back, get my souls, all that, and I'll see kind of where we're at, because I don't think I've actually had an attempt, like, with just the Uchi. Like if we're doing the full on like go at it with just the Uchi. There we go. All right, sir. See, now this is how the fight's supposed to go. He gets into a swing, you know where he's gonna be plomping down his big old weapon. You keep going around, you stab him in the back, you're good. But sometimes he goes, you know what? I'm going to just wiggle all around and like 360 no scope you. Sir, are you ever gonna bleed? Oh, did he break? I mean, kind of. There we go. Goodbye, Hevel. You're a dick. Ooh, actually thinking about it. Ooh, Andy's worth 3,000? Oh, damn. While we're here, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Sometimes I forget that we can actually just come up this way. And bada bing, bada boom. Now we're here. And now we can get the ring. Alright, so that's at least good. If we do what we normally do and we forget to grab the ring, we can just come back and get it. And then we pick up a couple extra souls along the way to help things out. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let's get the black fire bombs ready. Yeah, I still want to come down this way and come back up because there is the one item that we can pick up. Also, it might not be bad to fight one of these crystal golems just to see how much damage we do, and then we can compare for when we hit +5 and all that. $35 per. Honestly, with like how many times it sounds like we're hitting it, I feel like we should be getting multiple ticks of damage. All right, for only 200, I'm not gonna worry about swinging at you. You clearly resist slashing damage. But let's head up. We can dump our 11,000 points into getting the Uchi Katana up to plus however many I can get it plussed to. Because at this point, whatever the cost is, it's going to be worth it. Because from generally what I understand in pretty much all Souls game is you're going to get more bang for your buck by upgrading your weapon than you are going to be putting points into stats that improve the damage. Okay, I was going to say that other one might be coming for us, but it doesn't seem like it. Or at the very least, he's not coming at us quick enough for me to be worried about him. Just out of curiosity. 42? Yeah, I ain't worried about 42 damage. Maybe if we were, like, closer to 100? Alright, I'm pretty certain I needed at least 2 of these. Oh, right, and then he can't actually do anything yet. Because, what, I need a large ember to go past +5? Right? That's annoying. Alright, well.
Don't get yourself neither.
Well, I guess that just means more points to go into stats. Which I was going to say, going into vitality. Absolutely going into vitality. At this point, it's about survivability. Before I forget, give me the longbow. Alright, kill these guys. Kill Mr. Magic Man. Make our way up towards the gargoyles. Go save Golden Boy. You couldn't have dropped that sooner. That could have saved me 800. Alright, and you always want to aim a little bit to the right. Or to the left. I say to the right because you want whatever you're aiming for in like the little right quadrant of where the X is. Oh yeah, I can't remember. Was it worth it to... Or does that that activated everybody? Yeah, okay. Okay. Honestly, I think that works out easier overall. Okay. But I want to make sure that they didn't activate because I feel like the last time I... Oh, hello, guys. Okay, good. They're all dead. Good. Alright. Top off. Nothing else up here should be a problem. I could probably run back and use what? This soul, and I think there's the other item that's up here is also soul. Might possibly just be a humanity. Oh, apparently my first stab apparently never connected. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know how my first stab didn't connect, because I'm fairly certain I heard the squishy bits of someone getting stabbed. And I don't think it was me getting stabbed. Okay, it's just humanity. I mean, that's fine. Humanities are nice. I'm actually thinking about it on the off chance that I do, in fact, need a 9th heal. Alright, couple things, chat. One, I need to get lined up correctly for this cheese. I'm fairly certain I know the general positioning of where I need to be, so that way when I roll forward, everything will activate and the bomb will still be hanging in the air. I'm fairly certain I know where I need to look as well. And I know I've done the trick at least once before. But yeah, it's like right here. And then yeah, you kind of want to be looking that way, and then it's like up and like up there, I think. Let's give it a shot. I think that's a little bit too much to the left, if you ask me. Ah, yeah, just slightly to the left. Okay, insane. Like, that's huge. Okay, it didn't take my roll. But that's fine. New PB! Past gargoyles, let's go! Alright, so cheese didn't work, but we were the right amount of aggressive. We were very much able to just swing for the fences to our heart's content, and it worked out. So next up is we head towards Sif, even though Sif is technically a much later boss. I like getting Sif done before I start heading towards Blade Town and Quaylag and all that. Ayo, Salty, thank you. I wish it was always that easy. It most certainly is not. Can confirm. But it's wild to me how, like, depending on how like aggressive the oh, okay, what the fuck? I've never seen him parry before. Huh. We'll go figure. Alright, well, I don't plan on starting a new run. I'll just go back and get my stuff, but huh. That's, that is new to me. Like, I didn't even see him get into, like, any kind of a parry stance. I'm doing alright. Can't say I can complain too much. I mean, we did just technically get a new PP, even though we immediately lost it because the man literally did something I've never seen him do before. Killing him's usually pretty straightforward. I I'm just genuinely shocked that he's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's death. But actually, I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't even bother grabbing. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna. So, like, if I didn't. So, if I were to save my souls and just go as is, could I go and deal with Sif? That's why. Yeah, right? But ooh, Salty, tell me, what were you cooking? What was for dinner today? Top sirloin, rice, and broccoli? Ooh, very nice. That sounds like a quality way to start off the week. Ooh, ads have started up. Don't worry. If you're stuck in ads, you're not going to miss out on much. Not going to lie. Also, because all this really doesn't even matter at this point. I should also probably take the time to look up real quick. What I need to get past +5. Because that would probably be another big thing. I know it's a large ember, but I can't remember where you get it. And if it's where I think it is, that could be a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. Because that'd be an extra stop that I don't want to deal with. Alright. I'm gonna just hope that the Hydra kills the crystals. That's gonna be my hope. Okay, I do not feel like I was nowhere near that water bullet. Okay, that time I was definitely near a water bullet. Like that one was like right in my face. I did not think I walked that far forward. Okay. I thought I had at least a good couple of steps before death. Alright, let me double check. Alright, DS1, how to get weapon past 5, yeah. Alright. That's exactly where I thought it was. Shit. Okay, alright. Well, with that being the case, I guess. Well, we know we can do the gargoyles with the +5. We know that. We know that for a fact. Alright, now I'm sitting here thinking. It's like, if we are on a katana run, when do we go to the depths? When is it feasible? Jesus. Oh, actually thinking about it, I could probably just run past everything, right? I shouldn't have to worry about the bull or anything. Or, not the bull, the boar. Yeah, we could probably take a couple arrows to the back, but that shouldn't be a big deal, right? Yeah, I kind of figured you'd follow me down here. You too? Okay. Not even gonna bother trying to deal with a backstab that's probably never gonna work for me. Alright, I've been taken by a cat. There's definitely worse things to be taken by, to say the least, but nah, yeah. Sometimes it just do be that way. Also, the main reason why I did that, and I'm about to reset and then just do it all again, is I need to get used to just trying to do little things like that to constantly, like, re-up the amount of souls I have. So every time I get the chance to just be like, hey, how's everyone going? Have Dragon set everything on fire. Wait for the fire to stop. Okay, looks like we're good. Alright, so... yeah, basement key unlocks this. Super long ladder. Luckily, for the most part, typing with one arm isn't too bad. Alright, not that I think this will be hyper helpful in any real way. Okay, he hasn't activated, we're good. But I always like grabbing that shortcut. My character didn't keep turning. Oh, the starting class I always choose is Pyromancer. And then depending on how I want to do things, sometimes I'll take the Black Fire Bombs, but that's more so specifically if I want the Great Demon Hammer. Otherwise, I think the way to go is the what is it, Master Key? I'm just saying, so I want to try others. I really like the Pyromancer. A lot of the fire spells that you can get are a lot of fun, especially if you join... God, I'm blanking on her name, but Quaelag's sister's Covenant. Give her a bunch of humanity, and I think at 30 humanity, once you give her that, she gives you, like, a Chaos Fireball, which not only throws down a bunch of... like an exploding fireball, but it also covers the ground and essentially just like damage over time lava that the enemies can just sit in. Master Key's been handy. Fair lady. Okay, well, good news is at +5 and no extra stats or anything like that, these guys are dying pretty quickly, so getting the Uchi up to +5 so far, pretty solid. Okay, lucky for me that everybody just piled up there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was all the dogs. Okay, good. For whatever reason, dogs can't come in there. Okay. Can you just... alright. Now, here comes the big thing that I'm not looking forward to possibly having to deal with needing to go down into the depths. Because I'm pretty certain you need to beat the Capra Demon to go down into the depths. Oh, those are a bunch of... Yeah, cutting off the dragon's tail with the bow and arrow gets you the dragon sword. So before I... Nope. Uh, Away from the dog. God. Bonking off the frickin' wall. Like, you legitimately just need to go in there, like, insanely aggro and hope that you kill both the dogs in the first swing, because otherwise it just gets overwhelming. But yeah, the first handful of times that I tried to actually do runs in Dark Souls when I first got it years ago, I tried using the dragon sword from the red dragon. That was also back in the day when you could cheese the red dragon by shooting it in the back of its head from the one tower with the Black Knight with the great sword, and then it would jump off the map and die. Good times. Alright. Everybody gathering up, kind of annoying. Yeah, exactly. You can cheese it by shooting. Yeah, so you can technically cheese it by shooting at it from under the bridge, but that's more so just to get the tail item drop. You just shoot the tail a good dozen couple times, and then you eventually get the sword or whatever. But back in like the original game, because I don't think they patched it. I don't think they ever actually patched it out of the original game. I think they only patched it out in the remaster. But a little bit further ahead, after going like underneath the bridge, if you were to oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like go up the tower and deal with the Black Knight that has the great sword. After you deal with him, you used to be able to like turn around and you'd see the dragon sitting on its like little perch. You'd be able to shoot it once like in the back with an arrow, and it would like cause it to animate to like jump forward. But because you're where you're at, everything ahead of you hasn't like actually loaded in, so it doesn't land on the bridge. It just goes through the bridge and falls through the world. There we go. Okay. So, okay, we can deal with it. It's just a little bit annoying. We'll want to try to generally remember 18 dex, 17 vitality. So I guess we could probably, if we really wanted to try. But I think that might be actually trying to push things a little bit too far, if you ask me. Is we could probably come down here, deal with all the depth stuff, be able to get the Uchi up past +5, probably, depending on if we have enough materials to do so. And then we could go take on the gargoyles. Just like really help push us ahead in hopefully realistically being able to, you know, survive. Because I feel like I'd rather lose the run to Capra Demon and be like, okay, I guess we have to start over here, no big deal. And know that, okay, either A, we get the Black Knight sword and then we don't have to worry about coming through here because we'll just never need it. Or B, it's like, okay, we'll run through, we'll try again, and hopefully we'll get a, you know, past the +5. Now, I will say dealing with the Butcher also is a big pain in the ass. Though, luckily, we only have to deal with her the one time. They're not happy that I killed the dogs. Sorry, man. It was either me or the dogs. And to be honest, I didn't want it to be me. There we go. Thank you for the backstab. Alright, plus that's an extra 1,000 in our pocket. And then we get the large ember. Alright, I will be lazy about this. Mostly because we're just now trying to figure things out. Let's get back to our boy, which way's gonna be the fastest way? I think actually through here. As dumb as it sounds, I think this way will be faster. Also, I'm just going to run past everything because at this point, it doesn't matter. It's more so about now trying to figure out how much materials I need and how much it's going to cost. Because we've been pretty consistently getting Titanite chunks from the crystal lizards that we've been dealing with. Wait, no. No, that's just me taking the even longer way. I want to come down through here. No! Why would you guys follow me? Stop it. Better. Yeah, because I didn't want to come here. I want to come down through here. Right. Every death is something that we can learn, or it gives us a chance to have a learning experience like we have now. And granted, we learned that what's his face after the gargoyles / bell ring, he apparently can parry you and instantly, you know, kill you with his, you know, with his riposte. So, you know, that's cool. So that's something to know that you gotta watch out for, apparently. And now we're going to find out, well, I guess we now found out that Capra Demon isn't necessarily awful. It's still challenging, but we can still do it before gargoyles, so that way we can get the large ember. Alright, so get large ember, see how high we can take the Uchi. Again, keeping things as is just to see. Because again, at this point, if we're going to do the Uchi run, it's get the Uchi up as high as humanly possible. Anything? Nope, nothing. Nothing for us. Cool, great. Love that for me. Sitting here thinking about it, I think the next time I actually do just like a plain vanilla run through of Dark Souls, I think I want to try and use the Red Dragon's wet tail weapon. Yeah, give me the ember. All right, reinforce my weapon. Oh wait, is there? It's modify. Large Titanite shard. Oh. So I wouldn't even be able to do anything with that out the rip.
I'll be seeing you. Be careful.
Okay, then what the crap have I been picking up? Titanite chunk. Oh. Wow. Okay, we've been picking up those early. Huh. Huh. So those aren't even until so much later. Okay. Alright, so with that being the case, we don't need to deal with that until we actually start getting large titanite. There's what, large titanite shards? I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, large titanite shard.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful.
I'd still call the Capra awful. Lol, those tight. Yeah, no, those tight quarters are definitely annoying. My biggest issue is the two dogs. Having those two in there makes that fight tough. Capra by himself, so long as you keep yourself positioned in a somewhat decent spot so you can actually like constantly have an eye on him and you're not like having the wall like at your back or like any of the plants in there just completely ruining your view. Capra, fairly straightforward. It's like he catches you off guard and it's like he gets more than 2 hits on you, yeah, you're probably toast unless you're over leveled. But overall, Capra shouldn't be too bad. Alright. Well, I am fairly confident that I should be able to take care of Sif as is without having to level up any. I think between the fact that I generally know his fight pretty well and, well, her fight, right? Dumb. Top off. Sad thing is if that was the Black Knight sword, those two... okay. I don't think I've ever... Oh, hello. Okay, that makes more sense. It was one of the crystals that hit me from the side. I was like, I don't think I've ever had one of the Hydra heads randomly hit me from the side. I was like, that's new to me. Okay, that's one head down. That's another head down. Your water bullets ain't gonna do anything, buddy. You need to throw your heads at me. There you go. That's another head. So this definitely takes a lot longer in comparison to the to the Black Knight sword, because this thing is definitely not hitting anywhere near as hard as I would love it to. But that's okay, because this thing procs bleed damage eventually. I don't know if it actually will proc it on the Hydra or not, but okay. How about we? Yeah, I was gonna say, how about we start swinging our heads over this way, buddy? Yeah, I don't think that's actually like safe enough for me to actually swing at. Alright. 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 Yeah, because I'm like right near the edge. Okay, maybe. Hold on. Shit. Fuck me. I didn't think I was that close to the edge. I thought I'd backed up enough for at least a couple swings. Alright. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. So if we get stuck with this, I mean, I probably could have just used the rest of my arrows to take care of it. It's just, that would have been annoying. Alright. Alright, I'm assuming I'm not going to be lucky enough to deal with that. Or I'm not going to be lucky enough that the Hydra's going to keep its heads gone. And to be honest, I don't feel like going through all of that again. So we're going to just try running past it. Probably not going to work, but we're going to try it. When that inevitably fails, I think I'll call it a little early. If it doesn't fail, then we'll deal with Sif. So again, yeah, still as of right now, best case scenario is 100% get the Black Knight sword. If I can get the, hopefully no fail, yeah, hopefully. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Don't mind me. I was gonna say, I knew it was going a little bit too easy. Alright, climb. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, again, I'm fairly confident that I probably could have just killed it with the bow and arrow. I was getting impatient. Yeah, 100% a tough climb with water bullets from a, what, seven-headed Hydra or something like that. So, that's good to know for next time. So we can only get to a +5. We need large Titanite shards to get past +5. But there's no point in going to get the large ember until we start seeing large Titanite shards. If we can focus on getting the Black Knight sword, then we can what's the word I'm looking for? Then we could just push forward as normal with the twinkling Titanites. Okay. I think Black Knight Halberd is such a far down the line option that if we do even get it, obviously we still, and honestly, like the fact that we can get the, I think we should still get the Uchi to +5. It's not like it's going to cost us that much anyways, and it's not like we can't farm up the extra handful of Titanite shards or the souls that we use to spend on it, so it's not like it really puts us that far back. Okay. Alright, I think we have a plan going forward. And I think we can handle what the plan is. I think so long as we get past gargoyles and we don't take a stupid death like we did earlier today with Mr. I'm gonna parry you for the first time ever, the handful of times that you've, been through this area and you've murdered me. I'm now gonna decide to parry. As long as we don't take a dumb death like that. We know Quelaag isn't an awful fight. I know, like, again, a lot easier with the Black Knight sword. Probably wouldn't be too awful with the +5 katana. Ceaseless is not a big deal of a fight. Then we can get probably a decent set of armor plus a bunch of souls after that. After we get through all of that, I still need to figure out exactly where I want to go specifically to get the flame grant me strength or fire protect me or whatever the heck that spell is. Maybe that's what I can do off stream one day, is just run through Blight Town and figure out where it's at and what the best place for me to start off to get there is. Because then maybe we just go through the depths. We deal with the Gaping Dragon just to get some extra souls. It's not like the Gaping Dragon's a hard fight. And that area specifically plops us right into Blight Town. Alright. I got some exploring that I'll need to do, but I will do that on my own. I won't put y'all through it. Alright, let me see who is on. Who's on? Who's doing some shenanigans? You know what? I don't get to raid G-Codal all that often. Wandering this game is always fun, but yeah, for sure. Being able to wander around and explore, excuse me, and pretty much any Souls game, especially for the first time, can be a lot of fun. I will say, for me personally, okay, I know he has a weird name, but for Dark Souls 2, like, SEO a Okay, perfect. Right? Yeah, okay, got it. All right, Z Codal, really cool dude. He wears luchador masks for every stream, and it's never the same one. He's always wearing something different. Met him through the One Up Gaming crew, which reminds me, I need to fill out the form for their It Gets Better raid train, because I think I do want to do that. It won't be the same as like beforehand, but it's like I think I need to get back into the swing of things. I think I need to get back into the swing of things. Either way, we're gonna get back at this next week, and hopefully we can get a new PB again, which arguably shouldn't be that hard if you think about it. Wednesday, I will be playing more Divinity Original Sin. That will be my birthday, but that's not what I'm going to consider my birthday stream. Friday is going to be my birthday stream because I don't have anything planned yet, but maybe I'll come up with something specific. But I do plan on doing a longer stream that night, and I'm going to be playing my Soul Link Shuffler that I came up with, which that'll be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, that's when we'll try out Roguemon, and who knows, maybe Sunday's a better day for Roguemon anyways. But either way, let's go show Z some love. I know I will, and I will catch y'all later. Have a good night, everyone.